Hello everyone, I hope that you're all having a lovely day and you're finding some time to take care of yourself and relax a little bit. For the next 15 or so minutes we're going to be looking at this Quizizz activity, at least part 1. And this is asking which sequence is not an arithmetic sequence. So remember, to be an arithmetic sequence we have to be adding that same number each time. So when we look at the first one, -7 minus 6 gets us -13. -13 minus 6 is -19. -19 minus 6 is -25. So that one is an arithmetic sequence. For B, -10, it's getting bigger, it's getting closer to 0. We're adding 4. -6 plus 4 is -2. -2 plus 4 is +2, so that one is also arithmetic. This next one, 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12, so that one is good as well. Which means this last one is probably not right. So it looks like we added 12 for the first one and then, added 25, 35, 45. 65, 75, 60 for the second difference. That is definitely not arithmetic. So we're going to select that last one as our final answer. Same thing, which one is not arithmetic? So our numbers are getting smaller. For this first one, we're going down by 6. I'm sorry, up by 6. They're getting bigger. 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 plus 6 is 24, and 24 plus 6 is 30. So that one passes the test. It looks good so far. The next one is getting smaller. We're going down by 7 to get to 3. 3 minus 7 is a -4, and -4 minus 7 is -11. So that one is also arithmetic. Here we're adding 2 to get to 4. But then we're adding 4 to get to 8, and then we're adding 8 to get to 16. That's all over the place, so that is going to be our answer. That is not the same number each time. So I'm going to select that option and go to the next one. We will start with an explicit formula. Given the following sequence, state the first term and the common difference. So our first term is just the first number that we see, which here is a 4. So our first term is 4. And the difference, we're going from 4 to 7, so we're adding 3. And then to 10, so yes, that is our common difference. And then to 13, adding 3 each time. So our first number is 4, and our common difference is 3. Make sure you select that, and we'll look at the next one. Now find the term before term 1, and sometimes we call this term 0. So when we were looking at this pattern, we noticed it was going up by 3 each time. But if we want to go backwards, we need to subtract 3 to get that number that was before. So 4 minus 3 is 1. So the term before 4 would be a +1. If we went back again, it would be a -2, and then -5, right? So if we're adding in our typical direction to get the terms before, we want to do that opposite operation. Question 5, state the common difference. So we're going from 21 to 19. So we're getting smaller by 2. 19 minus 2 is 17. 17 minus 2 is 15. So our common difference here is a -2. You can plug that in and hit submit. Beautiful. Question 6. Find the 26th term of this sequence. So we're going to use our formula, not F. A of the 26th term is the first term, A1, plus n minus 1 times the difference. So our first term is 20. And we want to find the 26th term, so we're plugging in 26 for n. And our difference, it's going up by 6. Okay. 26 minus 21 is 25. 25 times 6 is 150. Plus 20 gets us, bloop, 170. Beautiful. Click that answer and we'll look at the next problem. Question 7. What do the 3 dots, which are called ellipses, so you'll notice at the end of a sequence we keep seeing ... What does that mean? The sequence starts going in reverse order, the sequence ends, the sequence goes on forever, or the sequence increases by 1 from here on. So these 3 dots tell us that sequence is going on and on. It is not stopping at this pattern. It is going on forever. Beautiful. Let's go backwards. Given the explicit formula, list the first 5 terms in order. Okay, so we have A sub n is 1 plus 2n. So our first term is when n is 1, which would be 1 plus 2 times 1, or 1 plus 2, which gets us 3. So it's definitely not that first option because we should start with a 3. That's our first term. Our second term is 1 plus 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 plus 4 gets us 5. So our next term is 5. We can also see that our common difference is being multiplied here, which is 2. So once we knew that that first one was 3, we could just add 2 to get 5, add 2 again to get 7, then 9, then 11, ... So we see our option D here, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. Question 9. Create the explicit formula for this sequence. So we have 2, 8, and 14. Our first term is 2. Our common difference is, let's take a look, 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. So our common difference is 6. So we have A sub n is A1, which is 2, plus n minus 1 times the difference of 6. We don't see it written like this in our answers. So what we want to do is just simplify. We're going to distribute this 6 that's being multiplied. So we get 2 plus 6 times n is 6n. 6 times negative 1 is a negative 6. And then we just combine our like terms. We have a 2 and we have a negative 6. So we get 6n minus 4. Because 2 minus 6 is a negative 4. So this is the more simplified version, but again, we got it from that same equation that we've been practicing. So when you're ready, go ahead and click that answer and clear the screen, and we're on number 10. Find the 25th term. So here's our formula. A1 plus n minus 1 times d. And we want to find the 25th term. So A of 25 is our A1 is 5 plus 25 minus 1 is 24 times 0.5. That's our difference. 24 times 1/2 or 0.5 is going to be 12. And 5 plus 12 gets us 17. Beautiful. Love it. True or false? An arithmetic sequence is an example of a linear function. This is true. When we have a common difference, our slope is the same. It's having that constant rate of change. It's going up by the same amount each time, which makes it linear. Nice. If the fifth term of arithmetic sequence is 20, and the common difference is -2, what is the first term? So each time they were subtracting 2. So to go backwards, remember, we have to do the opposite. So we're going to add 2 to get 22, right? Because 22 minus 2 is 20. Add 2 to go backwards, we get 24. Add 2 to go backwards, we get 26. Add 2 to go backwards, we get 28. So we started with the 28, and then the fifth term would be 20 if we're subtracting 2 each time. Beautiful. Calculate the 20th term here. Okay, so here's our equation. If we're calculating the 20th term, that means our n is 20. Our first term is a 1. And our common difference, 1, 4, 7, 10, is going up by 3. So we have a of 20 is 1 plus n minus 1 gets us 19 times the difference of 3. I need my calculator. I don't know what 19 times 3 is. Let me look it up. 57, incredible. So we have 1 plus 57, and of course that gets us 58. Perfect. When you're ready, you can click that and go to, I'll have to check that out. Let's look at the next one for now, though. I'll fix that. I think it must be marked wrong. 14, select the explicit rule that represents the sequence. So we want our first term plus n minus 1 times the difference. So our first term, we have this figure with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cubes. So I want that 6 in the front. Our difference is they're getting bigger, because now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We went up by 5. For the next one, we're going up by 5 again to get 16. So our difference is 5. So we have 6 plus n minus 1 times 5. Beautiful. And that was question 14. I'm going to select it. Select the explicit rule here. So how many hearts do we start with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 hearts. So our A1 is 14. It's getting smaller. The next one has 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. And then we have 3, 6, 7, 8. So we can see each time we are losing 3 hearts. Sad. So our formula is A sub n is 14 plus n minus 1 times a -3. So there definitely, it can't be this one because that's all multiplication. This doesn't start with 14. This one doesn't start with 14. And this one has the -3. So they just switched the order of these two. We can do that with multiplication. You want to make sure your difference is negative here. Okay. Now, there are 5 more problems on this Quizizz. I want you to try the last 5 on your own. If you're having any trouble, if you need support, reach out to me. Let me know. I'm here for that always. Try these last 5. You got this. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, friends.